Yo, yo, yo. What is it, ladies and gentlemen? It is that time again. It is the Roundtable Network News. I'm the franchise. That is the mixologist. Welcome to today's Roundtable Network News.
And we've got the news. We got the news. We got the news.
Yo, let's talk about some shit that's happening in the world of professional wrestling today. Ladies and gentlemen, contracts is up. People trying to leave. People trying to walk out of WWE. We got a lot of contract news to talk about. Dijak, as of this writing, preliminary negotiations are reportedly ongoing, but there has been no official offer on the table for Dijak to stay in the WWE. The report also noted that Dijak was not re-signed by the WWE, and he was still drafted to Monday Night Raw, which is why he is still not on there. But if you go on Twitter, he is very, very much active on Twitter. People love the fact that he's like being such a great character. The last time we saw Dijak was at the end of June of last year. No, I'm sorry, his contract is expiring this month. But the last time we saw him was on Main Event, taking on Pete Dunne. Dijak is one of those characters that survived the horrible booking Retribution. Yeah,
my man
he
T-Bar.
That's right, he survived. But speaking of surviving, I said this the other day.
Okay.
The WWE Speed title, your Twitter title, your X title, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Your Twitter title, yeah. That's
your X Division Championship, in my opinion. I said that title was a joke. The title was a joke. That title was a title to give you when they had nothing for you. Well, on Thursday night, on Friday night, last night, after WWE's SmackDown, we had the Speed Championship match between Ricochet and Andrade El Idolo. Now, we talked about it a couple weeks ago how WWE had nothing for Andrade when they brought him back. I mean, I'm pretty sure when Charlotte Flair comes back, they'll have all types of shit for him to do. But until then, they have nothing for him to do. Well, as of last night, Andrade is now your new WWE Speed Champion, which means what we were discussing the other day about Ricochet. Ricochet, ever since winning the Speed title, they really had nothing for him. And when we talked about it last week, his contract coming up, well, Ricochet has officially given notice that he intends to leave the WWE when his current contract expires this summer. Rumor is his contract expires in July. Ricochet wants nothing else to do with WWE. I mean, his lovely fiance is the best ring announcer in professional wrestling right now. She's there. Ricochet is expected to be written out of WWE storylines very soon to facilitate his leave. And that came from Mike Johnson, a PWI insider and wrestling purist on Twitter. I will say this. If you've been watching Twitter, and we talked about it the other day, AEW International Champion Will Ospreay, who had an amazing match with Ricochet in New Japan Pro Wrestling, recently posted a picture of him and Ricochet shaking hands on Twitter.
And said, see you soon.
And said, see you soon. So not contract tampering. I'm pretty sure Tony Khan hasn't done anything like that because, he's against that. But I got to tell you, I'm excited for three things if Ricochet does go to AEW. I'm excited to see Ricochet versus Will Ospreay once again. I'm excited to see Ricochet versus Swerve Strickland because, they have a Prince Puma and Killshot thing happening from Lucha Underground. But most importantly, I want to see Ricochet take on Kazuchika Okada. I think those three matches will be so fire because of the styles. And WWE watered down Ricochet. They let him do a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, they did.
He's had some viral moments with Logan Paul, that amazing mid-air crossbody collision. But I think that he is suited more to the AEW style of wrestling than he is a WWE style, because Ricochet is horrible on the mic. He's horrible as a character, and he's phenomenal as a wrestler, doing 10,000 spots a match. The WWE is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ricochet is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. constantly. I think he's more suited to the WWE's, the AEW style of wrestling as opposed to the WWE style of um, sports entertainment. Does that make sense?
No, that makes total sense. I just really think that number one, he hasn't had a meaningful storyline in a while. Number two, no one wants to see him get squashed by Braun Breaker. And number three, he puts on good matches, but aside from your Logan Paul, I mean, who can keep up with him? If you let
That's
Ricochet,
what I'm saying.
if you let Ricochet go in the ring and be on 10, who in WWE at this point right now can keep up with him and put on a good match? And even if you want to put on a WWE styled match, you'd have to dial him down to a 7.
And that's what I'm saying. You gotta let the guy. You gotta let him breathe, man. Let him breathe. Let him do his shit. You know, let him act a fool. It's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, I mean, even in a ladder match, his style isn't. Yeah, that's not gonna work out. Because he would be just probably like 3 spots before he gets stretchered out. But yeah, let him go do his thing. Let him go make his money, go make his paper. He can still work the indies while working for AEW. He can go back to Japan. He can go over to Ring of Honor. I mean, just use the guy. Just put him out there.
I mean, Samantha Irving is more. I hate to be that guy.
She's getting paid. She's getting paid fine on her own.
Well, not even that. I hate to be that guy because everyone in the wrestling industry is talking this and talking that. But quite honestly, bro, let's just be 100% real. She's more over than Ricochet. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
She's over in her own respect. But
tell me when I'm telling lies, Julian.
But I will say this. Hopefully, he doesn't give her the Seth Rollins and put her out for 9 months. He'd be like, "Oh, your push is done."
Wow.
Oh, see ya, brother. Let me tell you something, brother. I heard about a new investment coming out, man. And if you're looking to invest some money in some crypto, brother, I got some place for you to put your cash, man. Look no further than a meme coin from Solana called the $sign Hulk crypto. Yeah, so Hogan's saying that his Twitter account got hacked. He's saying that it was not him who made those posts about the $sign Hulk coin, hashtag pump. I'm 7 years old and don't know much about these cryptocurrencies, but I know how to school these punks with the hashtag pump and show them who the real champion is, $sign Hulk. So if you are looking to buy some Hulk Hogan cryptocurrency, I happen to be in San Francisco this week, and I've just saw a couple really nice bridges out here going for a bargain discount price. Holla at your boy, Chemical Julian Real Estate. I sell nothing but big bridges, baby.
Oh my
speaking
God.
of which, not only Hogan, but also what's his name? Xbox account got hacked.
Yeah, it was X-Pac, Hogan, and someone else.
I couldn't tell you the last time I read an X-Pac tweet, but he posts pictures about his dog. And Lex Luger.
Yeah, Lex Luger.
What are they gonna do? Push a Lex Luger coin? I mean, I don't
wow.
know about that.
Wow.
The narcissist coin, narco coin. Oh wait, that's something else. So yeah, that's some of our more entertaining news coming out this weekend. Hey, speaking of contracts being up, if Ricochet, well, not Ricochet, so at the end of this week or this month or whatever his contract expires, does that begin his 90-day?
No. So here's the deal.
Or is he working through his 90-day right now?
Here's the deal. With those 90-day no compete clauses is when they get released.
Correct.
Once your contract is over, your contract is over. That's like saying, yo, your last day of work is Friday. On Thursday, you're like, I ain't even going to work on Friday. I don't,
Yeah, correct.
So he can like literally, like at all intents and purposes, let's say his contract is over June 8th, right? That's
June
today, June
9th.
8th. On June 10th, on June 9th, he can show up at NXT Battleground. Or, he can show up at AEW fucking Collision, or he literally can show up on Dynamite.
So, which is crazy because I know during the Monday Night Wars, we had Lex Luger showing up in Mall of America.
Mm-hmm.
We had Medusa showing up with the women's championship belt and dumping it in the trash.
On Nitro.
On Nitro, we had Hall and Nash. Well, first Scott Hall, then later on Kevin Nash and invading Nitro. So, shoot, we had um, Rick Rude on Nitro and Raw at the same time.
Same time.
Because Raw was taped and Nitro was live, and
same time, man.
Out comes
same
Rick
time.
Rude. He's on Raw. He's coming out as bodyguard for DX, and on Nitro, he's coming out as part of the NWO. So you would think, and I know they're probably like, those Monday Night Wars days are behind us, and but you would think that you would tidy up your house a little bit better than that.
I mean, there's so much shit going on right now. When you're talking about tidying up your house, look, Clash of the Castle is next week. You and I, we've been talking about Clash of the Castle, or as we like to call it, Hassle in the Castle. But let's talk about Clash of the Castle real quick, because Chad Gable has not re-signed a contract in the WWE. He has not signed a contract, yet he is challenging for the Intercontinental Championship in one of the most high-profile matches on there. Chad Gable reportedly receives a strong offer to remain in the WWE. AEW does have interest in him, though. So the rising WWE star has become a focal point in programming under the new chief content officer Triple H's regime.
Correct.
Gable's contract expires next week. Next Friday, his contract expires. So there's that potential move to free agency, and AEW is already on the menu. Sean Ross Sapp said that Sean Ross Sapp mentioned that there have been internal discussions at AEW regarding Gable.
Sure.
But of course, there's no contract tampering because Gable is still legally binded to the WWE.
That is correct.
Gable leads the Alpha Academy. They're currently in a major storyline. He's currently in a major storyline with fucking Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. Chad Gable is 38 years old. He joined the WWE in 2013. Had an impressive amateur wrestling career. Had a brief time on the Indies. He's won the WWE Raw and SmackDown and NXT Tag Team Championships. The guy's done everything you can do in the WWE except for win a singles title. Now the story with him and Sami Zayn, very interesting. It can end up, if he does decide to leave, you and I talked about this, he's going to do business the right way. He's going to put Sami over, and he's going to ride off into the sunset and show up on fucking AEW Dynamite the following week. Becky Lynch, same thing. Becky Lynch is out of her contract. She's just chilling at home, doing her thing, like whatever. She can show up at Dynasty or at not Dynasty, but at Forbidden Door. Correct. Who knows? She can get her bag too. So much going on with the indie wrestling. So much going on in wrestling, man. People are just like out there. Natalia, another person who, dude, she's been with the WWE since 2007.
Yeah, she's been there. Okay,
she is a lifer. She recently she has like the most matches in WWE and the most wins in WWE history. She's a Guinness Book of World Record holder. She's also got the most losses too, but whatever.
That is correct. Thank you. I was wondering when you get around to that.
She's a multi-time champion. I got to hype her up before I tear her down. But she is one of those people that not only does she do stuff with NXT, she's down there training their guys. Her husband, TJ Wilson, he's down there training his girls. He's making them. They got their own the new dungeon in their garage in Florida. They're killing the game, building up these new talents. She also works behind the scenes in WWE. Her and Titus O'Neil, they're like goodwill ambassadors. They go around doing all kind of stuff for the WWE. So for them to not re-sign her contract is a fucking sham. It's a shame. That woman lives, breathes, eats, sleeps, shits, and piss the WWE. So not to offer her a contract, like there hasn't even been any like talk of restructuring her contract. Like that's crazy.
Are you watching Willow Nightingale right now?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you need to. I just need her to run down to the ring for me one time only. Hey, so back to Clash of the Castle. This is our card. We've got Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship, and that's I guess that's going to be our main event. Said it before, said it again. I don't want Damian Priest to be a transitional champion, but I also don't want Drew McIntyre to get screwed again in Scotland. That being said, Bayley defends her WWE Women's Championship against Piper Niven with Chelsea Green. As you just got finished so eloquently discussing, Sami Zayn, your Intercontinental Champion, is defending his title against Chad Gable, who will be with Otis, Akira Tozawa, and Maxine Dupree. This is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. We got Cody Rhodes defending his championship against AJ Styles in an I Quit match. And last but not least, or most recently added to the card, we got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, your WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, defending their belts against Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Here is something of interest. Last year, Clash of the Castle came to us live from Cardiff, Wales, at the Principality Stadium, with an attendance of 62,000. Let me get the number right: 62,296 people in attendance to watch this match.
Okay. Is that turnstiles or is that actual?
I'm not talking turnstiles. This is just what Wikipedia says. This is our people there watching the match. I don't know how many of them work for WWE, work for the stadium, but that's how many people were there watching the match. This year is coming up to us live from Glasgow, Scotland, from the OVO Hydro Arena, which was the main sponsor was Scottish Hydroelectric, and its new sponsor is OVO Energy. So now it's the OVO Hydro Arena. And the OVO Hydro Arena holds a whopping 12,300 seated, 14,500 with people standing.
Wow.
We're talking about a good 48,000 potential difference in attendees. And I don't know if they didn't know if they could fill up that arena or fill up an arena in Scotland legit, or if that's just the best they could do.
I mean, look at all the Scottish wrestlers they have on the show. They got Piper Niven going for a championship. They got Isla Dawn and Alba Fire going after a championship. They got Drew McIntyre going after a championship. So we talked about this weeks ago, like when they were talking about Clash of the Castle. We were like, they're going to fit all the Irish wrestlers on that show. Just like if WWE went to Mexico, they would put all the Lucha guys on the show. Because, that's how WWE operates. I think that's going to be a fabulous show. Like, I'm not looking forward to be WrestleMania, but it will be. And let's not like water down the fact that all of these PLEs that they do in other countries are fucking amazing.
Oh no, that's a given. The given is A, it's going to be a great show. B, the crowd that shows up is going to be hot. And I think they're going to be really hot for Drew McIntyre this time around, especially hoping that he's going to pull it out this time. Yeah. Of course, they're going to be happy to see AJ and Cody. They're going to be happy to see Piper Niven. So, I mean, that's all. But leading up to the main event, you know who they came to see.
I mean, I don't want Damian Priest to be a transitional champion. But let's call it like it is. If Drew McIntyre does not win the world championship, this would be a huge slap in the face. No shade on Damian Priest. Yeah, no shade on Damian Priest. But I'm just saying.
But going into SummerSlam, for this title to mean something, we need a hot ass feud, and we've already got one. And it's from two guys who have not even touched each other.
You know what? Let me stop you real quick.
In the
Because
ring.
July 1st is going to be a monumental day. I mean, it is the 50th anniversary of my life.
Money in the Bank.
And it's also Money in the Bank. Now, let's talk about Money in the Bank real quick. You said that title needs to be prestigious, right?
Yes.
Last year's Money in the Bank winner, Damian Priest, won the title and cashed in, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
So he held it almost a year. Cashed in, became world champion. The cash-in rate of the Money in the Bank is 97%. There's only been 3 people who's ever won Money in the Bank that did not win the championship. And I'm not going to shit on those guys. But the point is, CM Punk is coming back. And we're going to have Summer of Punk. Because can you imagine if CM Punk comes back, wins the ladder match, becomes Mr. Money in the Bank, and torments Drew McIntyre
now hold on.
all the way through the summer to SummerSlam.
Now hold on. Are you telling me that CM Punk is going to be a 3-time Money in the Bank winner?
Mr. Money in the Bank winner.
Yeah, he would be Mr. Money in the Bank because he would be the most winningest Money in the Bank participant.
But if I were booking this, and this is just my opinion, I know we don't give our own opinions on this show sometimes, but I'm going to give you my opinion. If CM Punk wins the Money in the Bank and he tortures Drew McIntyre with, my cash in, nope, not going to cash in. Oh, my cash in, not going to cash in. I mean, think about it. That's the way they're. That's the way they've been going, dude. That's the way they've been going. This whole Drew McIntyre is the MVP of fucking Twitter right now. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Him and CM Punk haven't even touched. They haven't been in the ring and touched, but they're the hottest feud in the WWE. I mean, me personally, I look more forward to seeing CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre than I do Roman Reigns coming back, reforming his bloodline to take on Solo's bloodline. I'm more excited about that. So when that does happen, and we get CM Punk, get Mr. Money in the Bank, finally cashing in at SummerSlam, tormenting poor Drew. Drew wins the title. Drew shows up on Raw. Blah, blah, blah. July 1st, Money in the Bank. CM Punk wins the title from July to August. 4 weeks of wrestling. That's 4 episodes of Raw. 4 weeks to build a story physically of him chasing him, scaring him with the dude. So much hype. And I can see Paul Levesque, I can see Triple H doing that. Because you know why? Because he listens to what people say. And people want to see that.
And he pays attention to history.
And he's on Twitter.
Yeah.
Believe what you will, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Levesque is on Twitter and he is stalking the wrestling world. He knows what's going on. Yeah, so there's a lot going on in this professional wrestling.
So we're in 2024, and that means that Punk last won Money in the Bank in 2009 at WrestleMania 25.
Yeah.
And that was back-to-back wins.
Oh yeah, he was 2-time Money in the Bank winner, right?
Yeah, he was. Back to back.
So when did he last win the title?
2009. So
that's 15 years between him being the last Money in the Bank winner to now.
So Punk has been so think of it like this. Punk has been in 4 Money in the Bank matches and he's won 2 of them. So
Mr.
he's a
50%er.
Mr. 50-50.
That's a 50%er right there.
Carmella, same thing. 4 appearances, 2 wins.
Mella is money.
Mella is money.
Mella is money. Shout out to Carmella too, man. She's on the comeback trail. She just had a baby. Well, let's talk about this before we go any further. Let's talk about this tomorrow night, live on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast
from Las Vegas.
From Las Vegas at the UFC Apex. I'm a little sick. I should have been there, but whatever. So we're gonna have a fucking stellar card. In the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, we're gonna be here live on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Instagram, Snapchat, MySpace, Friendster, Pornhub, OnlyFans, whatever we can get put on, we're gonna be on there. WrestleHub, all that shit. We're gonna be here for the NXT Premium Live event, NXT Battleground. The main event, NXT Women's World Champion Roxanne Perez takes on TNA Knockout Champion Jordan Grace in the first TNA versus WWE clashing feud in such a long time. NXT champion Trick Williams defends against All Ego Ethan Page, who was just with AEW 2 weeks ago. NXT North American Women's 6-Pack Ladder Match Challenge. Okay, I want to dig deep into some of these matches, but let me go down the card real quick. NXT North American champion Obafemi defends against Wesley, former champion, and Joe Coffey in a triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice, two of the premier NXT superstars, formerly of the UFC, are going to be battling it out in an NXT Underground match. And then we have Nathan Frazier and Axiom, hashtag the DC superheroes. Nathan Frazier always wears the Flash outfit. Defending the NXT Tag Team Championships against the OC, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. But here's the thing. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are now re-affiliated with AJ Styles. So you can see new NXT Tag Team Champions. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But I'm going to break it down for you like this. Roxanne Perez will defend the NXT Women's Championship against TNA Knockout Champion Jordan Grace. The new look and feel to Roxanne Perez is amazing. I like her as a heel, but she's still too pretty to be a heel. She's still the pretty girl next door, but she's got a little bite to her.
Yeah,
she's got a little bite to her.
She can turn it around. I think she can turn it around.
Yeah, she's trying to be like the evil, But look, if you go look at the picture, the NXT battle, you know what? I can post this. I can go ahead and post this. I can share this with the crowd. I'm not gonna get in trouble for it. It's okay. It's not a video. It's a steal, so they can kiss my black AWS.
A double cricket letter.
A double cricket letter. So let's talk about this real quick, right? We got NXT Battleground. We got Roxanne Perez versus Jordan Grace. Look at the look on Roxanne Perez's face. That screams white meat baby face to me, 100%.
Yeah. She's smiling a little bit too hard.
She's the bad guy.
I think she's trying to look smug, but it's not working.
Yeah, it's not working. But that match is going to be pretty fire. Honestly, with the WWE and NXT deal, WWE has a 3-match deal with Jordan Grace.
TNA.
So she has already had 1 match last week on NXT.
Okay.
This Battleground match is going to be her 2nd match. So I look for her to win the NXT Women's Championship, take it to TNA.
That would be fire.
They have a crossover TNA NXT, another crossover NXT TNA match to where maybe Roxanne Perez goes over and wins, challenges for both titles, wins both titles, comes back to NXT as the TNA Knockouts champion and the NXT champion, and then she loses the TNA Knockouts championship again back to Jordan Grace, who goes back to TNA. That's 3 matches right there, as far as I'm concerned.
Or I have an alternate solution for you.
Shoot.
Let's say that Jordan Grace takes the NXT Women's Championship with her back to TNA. And who shows up but old TNA alumni Naomi?
They do have a cute little feud going.
And Naomi has to get back the NXT title and then bring it back to NXT and then really rub her face, rub Roxanne Perez's face in it. And by it, I don't mean the title. Giving her the rear view. And that's a good way of transitioning a feud instead of just transitioning a title, transition a feud while you're at it.
Well, I think they're going to transition the title that way because both NXT and TNA are going to be on CW. So
okay.
Do we have the NXT champion Trick Williams taking on All Ego Ethan Page? Okay. I'm not really sold on Trick Williams being the face of NXT, and to have a vet like Ethan Page come on the scene and automatically get a shot at the championship.
Okay, back in the line. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we talk about this all the time. Back in the line. So then we got a match that I'm really excited for. NXT North American title, women's title, 6-pack ladder match. I love the women in this match. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We got Jada Parker in this match. We got Meechin in this match. We got Kalani Jordan. We got Fallon Henley. And you got my girl Sol Ruka. Look, Soul Ruka has this fucking move. She calls it
2023
Soul.
PWI Rookie of the Year 2023.
She has the move called the Soul Taker, the Soul Snatcher. Wowzers! I'm too fat to try that move, but I would try it on my last match of my retirement tour. I'm going to try that move. Hopefully, I don't break anything. But this match is, in my opinion, one of the most. I forgot Lash Legends in it too. My bad. This match is gonna be one of the matches that I'm gonna sit with the guys tomorrow and I'm gonna watch the match. I'm gonna do the show with the guys because I'm more interested in this match. This is to crown the first NXT Women's North American Champion, and even though I want Soul Ruka to win, she's an alumni from the Portland from University of Oregon. I want her to win, but real honestly, I love Fallon Henley as a heel. Mm-hmm. I love her gimmick, but you gotta look. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Jada Parker is the most over heel, and like she's the one that's getting all the shine, so to speak, from
correct
social media, from storylines.
She's the new shiny object for everybody to adore.
I see her winning the championship. And then we have a triple threat match for the NXT Men's North American Championship. We got former champion Wesley. We got Joe Coffey from Gallus. And we got Oba Femi, the guy who's had 16 professional wrestling matches.
And all of them have been North American title defenses. I'm just kidding. 14 have been.
12.
Okay, I was close.
So I look for Wesley to win the championship. Oba Femi, like I know NXT is supposed to be like the building block of professional wrestling in WWE. Really? It's like the training ground. It's supposed to be the training ground where guys
get out of here.
I don't see Oba Femi as, once again, this is my opinion and my opinion alone. It does not reflect those of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast or the Roundtable Network News. It is my opinion and my opinion alone. I don't find him star worthy. Like, what is his gimmick? He's a big African guy. No, not only that, but he's a big African guy with 15 matches under his belt, and he's still green as goose shit. Yeah,
that is pretty much his gimmick.
And the NXT North American Championship has always been the workhorse title. I mean, you got Johnny Gargano who has the title, Wesley who has the title. Those are guys that bust their ass to make that title. That's like the Intercontinental Championship. But then we have a match that I'm really excited for, and I'm glad this match is happening in the UFC Apex.
Tell me more.
NXT Battleground from the UFC Apex presents NXT Underground. Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice. Both these superstars come in with MMA backgrounds. So the fact that this match is happening the only way for this match to end is by knockout or tapping out your opponent. Shayna Baszler chokes people out. Lola Vice knocks people out. This is going to be a fucking... I'm waiting for the ropes to come off the ring. I'm waiting for this match. Lola Vice had a match with Natalia, and she beat Natalia. She tapped Natalia out. And
correct. Yes, she did.
I'm just excited for this. I mean, we've seen Shayna Baszler most recently have a match at Bloodsport.
Correct.
With WrestleMania weekend.
Marsha Slamovich.
Yeah, she Masha stomped a bitch. I'm just saying, man, that's gonna happen. I mean, this match, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Both these women have great MMA backgrounds. Lola Vice is the NXT Breakout Star of the Year, which is like their Rookie of the Year. So get it, girls, get it. Then we have, like I said earlier, the NXT Tag Team Championship match: Nathan Frazier and Axiom, aka the DC Superheroes, versus the Bullet Club, Bullet Club Elite, the Good Brothers, the OC, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, recently reunited with AJ Styles. I see the OC winning the NXT Tag Team Championships. That's gonna be that's the card. Like, that's a good card. Yeah. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches. That's gonna be a good card. I mean, shit.
That's gonna be a great card.
And that's gonna be tomorrow live here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. We'll be here at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be live, and we're going to be chilling, watching it here. So if you're watching this show today, remember tomorrow it's going to be only on Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast at twitch.tv/Roundtable Pro Wrestling POD. Look, I like to end the show on a positive note, but I really can't end it on a positive note too much. So let's talk about this day in wrestling history.
Wow.
I love this day in wrestling history. But you know what? I pulled it up yesterday because I wanted to talk about yesterday's day because today's kind of grim. So let's talk about yesterday's day in wrestling history. Howard Finkel, the very first employee of the WWF. Happy belated birthday, and heavenly birthday to the Fink, Howard Finkel. The original Sheik. Happy birthday to you.
Ed
Happy birthday.
Barat.
Happy birthday to the WWE Hall of Famer, Superstar Billy Graham.
Baby.
Yeah. Also, yesterday was the day that wrestling legend John Tenta, known as the Earthquake, or
AKA
Shark, or what was the
Avalanche?
Passed away at age 42. Damn, I outlived him. From a battle of bladder cancer. So, I mean, that was yesterday's day in wrestling history. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, go hug somebody. Go tell someone you love them. Because you know what? You never know if today is your last day in wrestling history.
Because nobody is promised tomorrow.
That's right. With that being said, thank you for joining us here on the Roundtable Network News. I'm the franchise. That's the mixologist. Remember, go like, click, and subscribe because we like you.